Okay, hello. All right, let's dive in and make this short. So, an interesting use case that people are actually using APItookit for, and this is like a test project. But anyway, here's the use case. So some of these companies, they have public user-facing documentations for their APIs and their systems that their customers, that they sell to their customers, and they tend to have a separate documentation team from the engineering team. So you have like this documentation experts who are like, creating these very fancy Stripe-like documentations, adding the perfect prose and text and whatever. And you have the engineers who are actually working on features. Turns out that engineers don't like to tell the documentation guys when they've introduced a new change. So it's actually very common that what is actually on production deviates from what is documented. And so what this, for example, this company just wants to do is they want to take this Swagger, which is the Swagger that they use for their public user-facing documentation, upload it onto APItoolkit. So this is actual real Swagger for this company. It's public. This is all public information, so you can search for the Swagger, you find it online. But anyway, upload the Swagger, and then all APItookit has to do is monitor the request. We do anomaly detection, right? But we basically monitor all the requests that are coming in and out of the staging environment, development environment, whichever environment, even local environment if they like. And whenever something changes that deviates from the public documentation, we can send a Slack notification or email notification to the documentation team telling them, hey, the engineering team added this new field, or they renamed this field, or they deleted this field, or they added this new endpoint, but they've not yet told you. So, maybe you want to do something about your public documentation. And that is basically what's happening here. For example, let's go into these changes because we did like some very small tests. So you see for that particular Swagger, when we made like some small changes, and here are basically examples. So you see, in this case, we updated 4 fields. So when the 4 fields are updated, the team gets this notification saying, hey, these 4 fields, they changed. They used to be, we expected something, but now what we see is very different. Likewise, let me close this. Likewise, when new fields are introduced, so you can see here now, these 2 fields, the age and the name, were introduced. And so the documentation team doesn't have to rely on the engineering team coming to tell them, hey, we did this, we did that. They can just come here and check by themselves. And they can see the exact logs of the request, the new request that triggered this, Slack notifications, and then look by themselves. Let's go into the log explorer and see what that looks like. So here now you see these requests are the requests we triggered to test this Swagger open API monitoring that we have. And you can see, I guess if we go into the request body, we can see that age and the name field, which were added just to trigger that some change was detected. So now the documentation team doesn't have to trust or keep reminding the engineers that, hey, is there anything that should be documented? They can just, check on their Slack and they would know. Anyway, I found this very interesting, wanted to share. It's weekend and I am talking too fast. But then I also don't want this video to be long, so I have to talk fast. Anyway, enjoy your time and tell me what you would like to see, and I can make a video about it maybe. Alright, bye.